mwisho kuna like wameandika words after kuonyeshana videos and everything. Hapo mwisho kuna words wameandika na nataka tuzisome haraka kwa sababu niko kwa staff room kabla walimu wakuje. Tuko tumemaliza kuanalyze. Yani my heart has sunk. I am so heartbroken. Ni vile kwanza hata nimewatch kwa staff room singelia. Yani it's so bad. If you've not watched that video, enda uiangalie. Hasira ikuwe times, I don't know, wacha tusome the words anyway. So this is the first one. Ati, we repeatedly invited the Kenyan government to participate in this film. They refused. We put our allegation to the police, the Kenya Defense Forces, and John Kaboi. So if you've watched the video, huyu John Kaboi ni mmoja wa wenye waliuana. And there is a KDF officer, anaonekana hivi. Anyway, next. The police told us that the National Police Service cannot investigate itself. It can only offer support or evidence as demanded by the IPOA, or the police told us IPOA is an independent, so I'm a defend what is IPOA hapa. The Kenya Defense Forces told us that the KDF was deployed to support the National Police Service in responding to violent protests in various parts of Kenya, resulting in the destruction and breaching. Point ni, we've seen the killers and we will never forget. We will never. Repeat after me. We will never forget. Thank you.
Wase, we are on our own. We are on our own.
Well, I have just watched the BBC documentary about how people were killed on like maandamano when they were breaking into parliament. And I literally have no words. BBC Africa have exposed what police would have taken 10 years to investigate. I don't know if it's the issue is the police or that you kitu yenye ina investigate it's not supposed to be found out. But these people have already exposed them. Go and watch that documentary on YouTube and it will move you. It is very sad. It shows you step by step and it shows you the pictures of the people who are killed, and it's so moving what these people in government have done. Yeah, but this documentary gives me hope because even as Kenya and the political ruling class do whatever they want to do, the world is still watching, and that makes me have like a small bit of hope because at least those people who died will be avenged. Not all of them, but they will be avenged. Because you will see that documentary that actual KDF police officers were deployed. And there is one police officer who is shouting, kill them. Wawe, there is no mistake. I'm not talking about ati it was by mistake, ati oh, they were just trying to know. He said, kill them. That's how bad it is. Go and watch that documentary on YouTube. And tell me about it.
2 minutes of your life to go and watch it. Mimi nimewatch back at the 11th minute. And yo. Yani umse akirudi, mimi nitaamini tu ya. Guy. The 11th minute. Ilikuwa it's a photo, yeah? Yenye imeonyeshana huyo jamaa mwenye alishutiwa hapo nje hivi. And the presenter is saying a photographer took this and the photographer didn't know he was taking the last 3 seconds of this man's life. Calm my chest down. It's getting hotter. But look at the document and read. If we're going to watch it, enda to watch ndio upate tu tunafaa to watch before elections. Hiyo kitu big.
Yaani watu walikuwa wanafuatwa from na nyuma, like police na KDF walikuwa wanatufuata huko nyuma, aiming the guns kwa watu innocent. Hiyo documentary ukiona utajam. Yaani unajiuliza hii ndio nchi yenye like yo kwani watu wa yangu walifanya nini ku deserve all of this? Na hii ni nchi gani tumekuja kukua?
Just came from watching the BBC Africa Eye document, Blood Parliament. And this question crossed my mind. Is it that we forget that fast, Amma? Because that just brought back all the emotions, all of them. Yeah, I found myself a couple of times just machozi. And it's a couple of months since that happened. It's like we forget very fast, eh? We just continue. BBC Africa, thank you for that one.
This BBC documentary, it's so sad, and there are things we will never forget. We cannot forget that Kenyans were killed on the street by their own government for demanding for better governance, for demanding for less taxation. We will never forget that Kenyans, young Kenyans, Kenya's future was killed outside parliament. We will never forget. And one day, all the perpetrators, everyone involved, will be brought to book. One day, we will get justice for everyone, every last Kenyan who was murdered on that fateful day of June 25th. One day. And that day is coming soon. And to the KDF, please clean your house. That person who shot 3 comrades just outside parliament must be brought to book. We need to see justice being done. We demand justice. Otherwise, we will never trust you again.
In the comments.
Wase, we are on our own. We are on our own. KDF, tunawalipa mishahara, tunawanunulia hizo uniform navaa, mpaka hizo bude, it's our taxes. Then you come and bullet us and you kill us like this? Kai, wananchi, we are on our own. Have you watched this documentary? Iko out. Have you watched it? Hey, this is fucked up than we ever thought. Hakuna mtu angefikiria tutafika hapa as a country. And how did we even get here? Tuko hapa aje? KDF wenye wanafaa kutu protect sisi wananchi. Responsibility yenu ni kuprotect wananchi na country yao. Nyinyi ndo mnatubada. Kai, BBC Africa, thank you. Guys, this is a must-watch documentary. Ishatoka. And then you pale YouTube, just go and watch it.
3 things I've picked from that BBC documentary on the Gen Z protests. The first is the fact that not all heroes were kept. Shout out to Ademba Alans, the student journalist. And of course, Jama tulikuwa naye pale kwa streets akifanya kazi yake. But then of course he ended up being at the center of things, carrying bodies, and of course standing up to those police officers akiwaambia wazejo mnatushoot kwa nini. And then of course, number 2, Maze KDF, when you actually trust, I remember when they were released to the streets, watu wakasema hawako na sisi. And the fact that mmoja wao alifanya hiyo kitu. And of course, that does not mean that KDF ni mbaya. I think it's really important to clarify that. I believe there are really good people in the KDF. But of course, kuna some really questionable elements venye imeonyeshwa kwa hiyo, documentary. And we hope that all the necessary actions are going to be taken against those elements. And then of course, number 3, the fact that you cannot stop an idea whose time has come. And I hope our members of parliament have learned from that. The way watu walikuwa wanaenda watu wanashutiwa and guys just keep on moving. Viongozi, you guys have seen. You cannot stop an idea whose time has come. And the best you can do is listen to the people. Wanasemaje. And you'll have a really good time governing by.
Since the Kenyan government refused to arrest or give up the name of people involved in unaliving Kenyan Gen Zs during Occupy Parliament 2024, BBC is revealing everything by giving up the name, time, and where they did it. So we will start with Elixon Mulisia, 25-year student, and David Chege, 39 years, a father, and he owned his own business. And down here is John Kaboy. This is the police who ordered the fellow police to unalive people, not to chase them away, but to unalive. He was shouting, "Ua, ua," this means unalive, unalive. And because of this, because of him shouting like that, there's another police who bent down and set himself to start unaliving people. And in the process, these two guys, they were unalived there and there because of this guy. Yet the Kenyan government continued to say that people who were unalived that time, they were all goons. Were these goons? No. BBC News did their investigations and found out everything. They were using photos, pictures, live streams to do all their investigation and to find out the light time. To find out the light time, they used metadata.